Good morning, everybody. It's you know what time? You know what time? Coffee time. Let's go. Today is the final day of the skeleton framing for not the truck camper, the tiny home on skis. So, oh good. There we go. What kind of mistakes is he gonna make this morning with the coffee beans? Yeah, today is the last day of framing the skeleton for the tiny home on skis. So all I have to do is frame the roof. And to do that, why can't I plug this in? Why can't I do anything? Sorry, ADHD is next level right now. There we go. To frame the roof, I have to cut the rafter, cut the pitch I want, which is a 612 pitch. And here, I'll just show you. So once again, my plans for this thing, I didn't actually really do any dimensions. I just kind of sketched what I was going for. So the roof right there, I was gonna do a hip roof. I don't think I'm gonna do that. There's no need for this. I'm just gonna do a gable roof like this. But what we have going on here is our roof. These are the rafters. That's a rafter, that board that goes up. I have to cut the length of that rafter and the angle right there and right there. And then we have to cut the bird mouth where the rafter comes down and sits on the top plate of the top wall. And once we cut that, this rafter will kind of sit down on the top wall and lock itself in so it can't slide. And then we're gonna cut a ridge beam, and it's just like there'll be a board right there like this. It runs down the length of the house, and both the rafters hit with this board like that. So that's what we're doing today. And we're just gonna frame the whole thing, and it'll be like that when we're done. The floor plan for this thing, basically when you walk in the door, there's back porch here. You're gonna open the door up on the porch, and that's fine because it's a protected roof. So there'll never be snow accumulating on the porch where I can't open the door. When you walk in, the wood stove is gonna be in the left, hanging halfway up in the wall. There'll be a fridge on the right, which is gonna double as a cook surface countertop. I might do another folding table on the wall over here that kind of folds down and against the wall and folds up. Both the windows. And in the back, this is going to be the slat bed tri-folding couch. So I'm gonna build that. And what that's gonna do is fold out into a couch. It'll triple fold out. So it'll slide out here and slide out here. And I'll have these blocks in the walls where I'll just when it flaps out, it'll sit on those blocks halfway up the wall. Those would be the bed legs, essentially. When the bed's all the way folded out, it'll be 6 feet long, and you'll still have 3 feet to walk around, stoke the wood stove at night, dry your gear out. You'll be able to get up under it to store stuff and whatever. And then it'll fold up, and you'll have all this open space in the daytime. So you'll be able to sit 2 people on the little sofa I'm gonna build. And I'll bring a camp chair along, and you could have a camp chair right here and near the fire for a third person. Or maybe 2 camp chairs, I don't know. Anyway, that's the plan. I believe our water just finished up. So what's going on? Start my morning off with a little AG1B. I'm gonna chill. It's only it's pretty early. 6:30 in the morning. I woke up before because there's a windstorm outside. But I'm gonna chill for a little bit, answer some emails and comments and stuff, and then go downstairs and hit it. Oh, getting sloppy in here. Gonna clean all this up. A little bit of morning routine. A lot of folks have mentioned that I seem like I'm doing better than I was a year ago, and it is true. I've been trying to work out every morning, and it has helped my back and neck so much. A lot of you guys know I was injured pretty bad a few years back, and I was just in pain for a long time, and finally did something about it. Started to work out every morning, and it made a huge difference. So quickly go over my exercise, just so you guys can see what it is. Wake up in the morning and do the thing. I don't know what these are called, but you just gonna do a sit up and reach for your shins. I'll do that 30 or 40 times like that. So that's one. I'll switch up and do elevated push-ups. Kind of works on your chest a little bit. And one of these push-up bars are super nice to have, especially because my wrist, I've got torn ligaments in my hand right now. So if you elevate it, instead of just put your push-up bar on the ground, where you're kind of 45 like that, you kind of get your upper chest a little bit better. So I'll do that. And do that as much as you can until you fail. After the elevated push-ups, I'll come back down here and I'll do the bicycle kick thing. until I just fail like that. And after that, I'll do normal push-ups like those. And then when I'm done with those, I'll do like, it's like the Russian twist, I think it's called. So you just like twist as far as you can and stop and hold it for just a second. Stop and hold it for a second. Stop, hold it for a second. You keep doing that like 100 times until you just like can't take it anymore. That burns up your obliques. I usually just do some dumbbell curls, and that's pretty much it. That's those are the big things. So that has made a massive difference. If you have lower back problems, neck problems and stuff, that has helped me more than anything, just doing those workouts. So just trying to build your core up. All right, y'all ready? We got a roof to build right now, today. We got a bunch of work done this morning on the laptop. It's funny, it's like almost 10 o'clock and it's still just not even that light outside. Still kind of darkish. Not really dark, but definitely not bright. Okay. If you're wondering about the stack of stuff, this is like stuff that's going inside this Webasto heater. There's like stuff I gotta install in the camper, so that's another game. Another game, another day. Here we go. Oh boy, look at that thing. What are we even doing here? Okay, you guys are ready? Let's do this. Can't believe we're putting a roof in this thing today. I'm gonna do a 612 pitch on this roof. That means for every 6 inches I go over, the roof is 1 foot up. And so basically the roof gains 1 foot tall for every 6 inches I go over, right? That sounds wrong. My brain's off. Flip that around. For every foot I go over, I go up 6 inches. I was about to say, like, what I was just talking about would have been like a crazy steep roof. It would have been like a wall. Anyway, yeah, so every foot I go over with the roof, I'm going up 6 inches. That's a 612 pitch. This camper is pretty much 4 feet wide. I guess 5 feet wide because it's all the way outside. If it's 5 feet wide, the center beam is going to be 2.5 feet in. So that means a rafter is only about 2.5 feet long. Let's just say 3 feet long to make it easy because I want the roof to overhang. So if I come over 1 foot, that'll be 6 inches up. 2 feet, that'll be another 6 inches, so a foot up. 3 feet would be 1.5 feet. So the ridge beam is going to be about 1.5 feet tall-ish, just super ballpark. We'll get the exact number in a minute. But ridge beam is going to be about right there, about to the top of the measuring tape. If you guys can see that, you can visualize that. So that is where the top of the ridge beam is going to be. Let's get cutting. All right. Chilly day. Let's get 1 footer. All right. Here we go. So we want a 612 pitch. We're going to cut our first rafter and bird's mouth and just make sure stuff's working, and then we'll reproduce it a whole bunch all the way across. All right, y'all, we got our bird's mouth cut out, rafter cut. Okay, there is our bird mouth cut. So what I just did is cut my rafter. So this is cut at a 612 pitch. And this is cut at a 612 pitch. I've got my bird mouth right there. My buddy Matt just helped me calculate all this stuff. And what that's gonna do is sit over here so you guys can see. It's gonna sit on the top plate like this. You kind of grab it. That's essentially it. And then that's gonna sit up in the ridge beam up there. If it's seated nice like that, if I got a good bird's mouth, everything will just fit nice and be really solid. I'm gonna use hurricane ties. Jeez, level just fell. Hurricane ties to strap this down, so. Let's try to level. Okay, so we are now going to cut our ridge post. It's going to hold the ridge beam. So we're locking this in. Looking a little flimsy, but we're going to get some bracketry to hold all this stoof together. Okay, that'll do. So there's both our ridge supports. So we need to cut, no we don't. This is a full length 2x12 that matches these other two 2x12s. So we're gonna put that up here right now. All right. Okay, that's it right there. Just lined up with the center. It looks really ghetto right now, but it's gonna work. Sweet. We got a ridge beam. All right, friends, here we go. Putting the first rafter on. Once again, there's unconventional stuff going on, so do not judge. You know what? If you want to judge me, build your own camper. How about that? There's always that. So, how about that? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna mess with you guys if you mess with me. Anyway, we're putting these rafters on all the way across. They're gonna sit like that. I technically need a taller ridge beam because no matter how I cut this, when I turn a 2x4 like this at an angle, the rafter's always gonna hang out, or it'll either hang above or below this. It's impossible. I would need a taller ridge beam just because that angle is taller than 3.5 inches. I'm sure it's gonna work on both sides. Yes, it is. That's rather perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go copy these and we'll be back and put some on. Also, side note, I just realized that I keep on forgetting to put my chimney cap on and it's freaking raining down my chimney forever, so. Sweet. So I was driving under a tree in Fairbanks and the tree caught my chimney and ripped half my chimney cap off. So rain has been pouring down my chimney. All right, skins. Let's see, what are we doing here? We gotta start cutting rafters. Set this bad boy on here. There. There. Alrighty, got ourselves a stack full of rafters. Let's go sink them into place up here. Beauty. Sweet, that'll work. Okay. Sweet. Anyway, you guys can kind of see what's going on. We're just going to continue across just like that. In a little kid's playhouse. So glad I'm doing the lifting roof thing. This would be too small in here, you can tell. If I didn't do a lifting roof, I'm like on my knees in here. My head's more than There we go. Pretty cool, huh? Just like that. We got ourselves freaking tiny home on skis. This entire thing will lift up 3 feet into the air and become walkable. Now you guys are seeing my vision. Like, now you're seeing things, right? I'm gonna go take a breather and come back out, and I might start on the next phase. So, see. Oh man. Hope I'm not getting sick. Not feeling super good. Knock on wood. Oh. Man, oh man. Oh. Feels good to have it framed. I tell you what, that was the worst of it. I guess the next step is going to be putting plywood sheeting on the upper walls, plywood sheeting on the roofs. Then we will put Grace Ice and Water Shield, the waterproofing in the roof, this rubber membrane. And then we're gonna do metal roofing on top of that. So that'll be our next thing. And then it's getting spray foamed. Anyhow, oh yeah. I'm gonna lay down for a few. Good morning, everybody. Already had my coffee and been working on some business emails this morning. A little bit of work. I'm gonna do a little bit of picking for 2 seconds and then we're gonna head downstairs and get busy. It is a beautiful day out. It's not raining and dreary for a change. And you can see what we got at Home Depot last night. I ran in super late after work on the thing all day. Got the metal roofing and the rear porch stuff and some flooring. All right, so I need to really start practicing before our show. Our band's got a show in a couple weeks. And I usually play the banjo. I play guitar for a second. This is a song by of my good buddies are Ryan Donicht, and he does it all way better than I do. Woo! All right, let's get to work. All fired up now. All right, let's rock it. So today we are putting the sheathing on the camper and doing that on all the walls. So essentially putting this plywood sheathing on the outside walls all the way around. And then we're going to do the gables up there, which is going to be interesting. I'm just realizing, but we'll get it. And then we're going to sheathe the roof. And then it's going to be ready for the Grace Isom water shield, like the rubber roofing and the metal roofing, which I picked up last night. I did not film. I drove into town in the pouring rain, 9 o'clock at night or whatever, and sitting out there on my old Toyota Corolla station wagon. So that is what's going on. Once again, if you guys are just tuning in to this project, this tiny home and skis, I am doing all this as we go. I had a very basic plan. Just lengthwise, I knew it was going to be 8 to 9 feet long and about 4 feet wide. Other than that, I have completely been going for it this whole time. The entire wall system in this lifts up. It's gonna be too heavy for me to do now, but kind of like that. So the whole camper lifts up. The whole top wall right there goes up and it becomes 6 feet tall instead of 3 feet tall. Looks like a doghouse right now. Anyway, let's get going. So first thing we need to do, I think the outside wall will be easiest here, so we could sheathe this. And then we'll move around and sheathe the other side, and then we'll do the back wall. The gables are gonna be weird. I'm gonna need potentially a nailer here. I'll see. I'm gonna have to play with some of this stuff. But we're gonna get it. That's all I know. So let's get the tape measure. And all my sheets of plywood, they are rough sawn from Spinard Builder Supply. They're 4 feet tall by 8 feet long. And this is only 3 feet tall, so I'm gonna have to cut. So where does 8 feet land this? I'm gonna have to break it on this one right there. So we need to cut it about 89.5 inches long. I'll draw a schematic out to see. Yeah, 89.5. And then height, 36.25 tall. Hey. Let's see, 36.25 tall. So we need to take off an inch. That would be 35.25. And then take off a quarter. That's 35. So we're gonna cut these sheets 35 inches tall all the way across. And that's it. I'm not missing anything. Ooh, the window. Yeah, I'll figure that out. So 35 by 89.5 for this side. Let's go cut that. Right there. See if I had my chalk line, I could just be like, I'd put one in the chalk line over there and string it across, put my other one over here, pop it, and there'd be like this chalk line. So I wouldn't have to do what I'm doing now. Level. But level is almost more accurate than a chalk line. If you think about it, a chalk line, you can pull it off center and it won't pop straight down. So I feel like it's more accurate. Tell you one thing, I'll never install a garage door the rest of my life after doing this. Originally, when I was going to need a garage door, I looked into it and it was gonna be like $800 labor to install it. So I was like, nah, I'll just do it myself. Bad idea. And my buddy Dustin can attest that because he helped me with it for 3 days. Small nightmare. We got it though. What I'm gonna do here is just go ahead and cover up the window and I'll cut it out from the inside. And I think what I'm gonna do is just use the brad nailer now tack it into place, and I'll come back and hit it with some screws to really lock it together. So that's what we're doing now. You know what? I'm gonna put my glasses on just in case. And protect my ears so I don't go any more deaf. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Use my knee to go under the rafters. Oh, this is gonna be real fun. Let's just tag one. Two and a 16th. Please be 2 and a 16th. It's off a little bit. It's 1/16 off. Can I go up at all? Yeah, there we go. Okay. 2 and an 1/8. Be 2 and an 1/8. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Wait. Hopefully that's flush over here ish. There you go. First piece of exterior upper wall siding. So that really just locked that upper wall in solid already. So we're gonna do this little piece here, and then we're gonna do the other side, and then we'll go do the back. All right. And I'm still gonna sink some screws in this to anything sticking out a little bit like that. I'll pull it in with some screws, but we're good. This side is sheathed. Obviously, I'm going to have to, how did I do this? Because the window's cut out already, right? Oh, shoot. Oh, that's funny. Whoops, that's fine. So I was gonna go cut it from the inside, but then I realized I can't because the lower wall is blocking it. I have to lift up the roof to cut that out. So I will cut the windows out after a little bit. Starting to look like a cabin, huh? Just a little bit. All right, this side's gonna be fun. Oh shoot. Oh no, the blocks. Oh no. I forgot these blocks are holding up the thing. Oh. Ooh. Oh, it's bad. I gotta show you guys what I just did. This is bad. I'm gonna take this entire piece off. See how this is now covering everything? Check this out. I forgot to hold the camper roof up to where the top plates are flush. I put these little boards and just temporarily screwed them into place right there. Oh, only reason I even noticed it is because this screw isn't sunk all the way. I just sunk that top one. That's nuts. If I don't do anything about it and I just lift this upper wall slides up, it's gonna hit. This bottom plate is gonna hit this and stop it from going up all the way. And this is easy to fix now because it's right here. But and this side's right there, so I can fix it really easy. I can't even believe that, man. Yeah, there's a block of wood under the wall. It's like right down. You see it? It's right there. And I can't get to it. I mean, I just have to take this piece off. It sucks, but I'll take it off. This part sucks more. Where's this one at? Right freaking there. See it? Right down in there. I'm gonna remove this to get that off. Shoot. There is one thing I can maybe do. No, you know what I could do? I'll just have to do it later. I can lift the upper wall up. I'll lift this whole upper wall. It'll all slide up with the roof. And then I'll be able to access the back of this whole outside wall, which means I can access that block. Yep. So we're good. We're actually good. That makes sense. See, I wasn't joking when I said I'm doing this as I go for you guys. I'm not joking. So basically, what I need to do is take a block like this and put it down here to hold this wall up. Okay, just solved the problem. Removed those placeholders there. So this wall is good to go. Put a chalk one in right there just to hold, this board's holding the wall up right now. It's holding the walls level so it doesn't, so the lower wall doesn't sink down. This board right there is now holding the wall, the outside wall. That way it doesn't like sink down over the bottom wall and bend the rafters up. So that's why I did that. All right, y'all. We just finished both the long walls, so now we're gonna get this little guy, and then we'll get the little back guy and the gables, and then we'll be done siding the camper. Right now, we need to calculate these numbers. So usually what I like to do is draw out the shape I'm gonna cut out. So I have to notch around my plates right there on each end, so I have to account for that. So I'm gonna just draw the shape of that. So I'm drawing like a square, little notches. This is our thing, let's go do it. Okay, there we go. So you can see a couple little notches each side for the top plate to go around that. I'll be trimming stuff up in the end, clean it up, but let's get this on. No weird blocks to remove. Nice. Oh yeah, baby. I shouldn't have popped like a shit. Pretty strong for one brad nail. Okay. Woohoo! Get a hammer and knock this a little bit. I'm up. Hi everybody, I just had lunch. I don't know why that's funny. What are we doing? Nailing this in. Okay, let's go. Put your glasses on before you shoot your eyes out right now. Okay. And we're good to go. Everything's squared up, lined up, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We done got it. All right, this is gonna be fun. You ready to see me struggle? We gotta cut the gable. The gable is this, it's like the wall under the roof. Think of it that way. So what we are going to do is measure from inside top plate to inside top plate. That is 50 inches. Let's go a little bit less, give ourselves some room. Let's go 49 and 7/8. Okay. So once again, I always do that thing where I just draw my shape. 49 and 7/8 going across. And then it's gonna go up a few inches and then it'll have to start an angle. So let's go 3 inches. We're gonna go up to, let's go like 15. So the peak is 15 inches tall. And then from the 3 inches in the sides to the 15 inches, we're just gonna draw that line. So I think we're good. Right? No, because there's like there's space in the middle, flat space, so in between. So what do we do here? This is really confusing. So it needs to be like 15 inches tall, but 4 inches cut across. Okay. So I'm cutting a trapezoid, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Yep. Okay. Trapezoid, whatever. So I'm cutting a shape with 5 sides. Let's just call it that. My brain right now. I'm done. Okay. Let's go cut it. All right, you guys ready for the huge embarrassing failure show? Here we go. What do you think? You think it'll fit or no? Drop in the comments. Oh, please fit. Oh, yeah. Do it. Be nice. Oh, it's because the rafters moved over a little bit. I forgot. Easy fix, hold on. And we're going to address that really quick. I'm gonna be back on track. So, let's see. It's over here. It's supposed to be an end right there. Okay. Talk to me. What do we got? Survey says. Oh yeah. That's great. That's perfect fit. I love it. Oh, I can't wait to be done with this build and take you guys on some adventures. Got some crazy ones planned out. Hey everybody! We have a wall. My friends, we have a wall. Not bad, eh? Whew. It's getting cold out here, but this is my final 2 pieces of siding. It's awesome. All right. Here you have it. She is sided. Literally looks like a doghouse. It's hilarious. But remember, it pops up 3 extra feet in the air. All right, y'all. So I guess it is time to sheathe the roof. It's time to do it. Oh guys, that's it. That was all the roof sheeting I just cut. It's ready to throw up. It's gonna fit. We checked everything. Now what we're gonna do is run into town, and you can see the rafters here. They have to be just pretty freaking strong. They're really gonna be locked in good because this roof's gonna be going up and down all the time. So I'm gonna go get little 1.5 by 1.5 angle iron brackets. So it's like a 90, and it'll go on this side and on this side, and just help lock that in. And I'm gonna put one on each side, all the way down both sides. The center ridge, good to go up there. That's locked all the way through the stud, but I'm not happy with these, so we're gonna go address that. Once we're done addressing that, we'll throw the sheeting on, and that's our goal for the day. That's where we needed to be. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit out here, and we'll go roll in town. Beautiful out. Get these batteries charging. Back at Home Depot again. Here we go. Gonna find some angle for the rafters. I think we got our load. Almost $1,000 for just this stuff. All those people that say they build campers for like $2,000, they call BS. Call BS on that. Whew, all right, I'm exhausted. Look at this car. This car is like literally my truck. Ugh, truck's going in the shop. Well, I told you guys about that already. Someone put a little bit of nasty stuff in my vehicle and killed my injectors. The truck was vandalized, so that's another story. Anyway, let's blow this popsicle stand. Thank you, Home Depot, for having all the stuff again. Yeah, there's I don't know if you guys get on YouTube and just look up like camper builds. You'll see people, a lot of YouTubers try to build different things, and a few people try to build these tiny homes for the back of their trucks and stuff like that, and they'll be like, yeah, I built this tiny home for $1,500. I'm like, BS, bro. I mean, maybe, but I'm telling you right now, like, this camper, I say, honestly, like, by the time you, linear actuators, windows, all the things you have to get, I mean, the windows alone for this camper were $850. I'll put it that way. And a wood stove, diesel heater, like, you can't build a camper for $1,500. You can, but it ain't gonna be, you know. I'm building this thing to go out into some like just totally insane places and actually be able to live comfortably and survive. Not just survive, but live comfortably. It'll literally be like a cabin. So yeah, if you want to do it right and make it to where it is usable in basically any circumstances, any weather, yeah, just cost you a little bit, I'll put it that way. All right, y'all, we're home and I am beat. I'm just tired, but I need to try the battery, make sure these linear actuators work before I go to bed. So let's go do that real quick. All not really a tiny garage, it just has a tiny house in it. You guys ready? I'm gonna know in 2 seconds if this thing's actually gonna work. I swear this better work. So you're looking at this to see if this moves when I hook this up. Please work. Oh my God. Okay, I don't even care. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Please work, please work. What? Why does that not work? No. What? Yes! Yeah! 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 And that'll lift 600 pounds. So cool. Cannot tell you how much relief that gives me. Just knowing that those function and that I can lift this. I need those to lift this. So how I'm gonna do this, I'll show you guys the back over here. Oh, I'm falling. So I'm taking a 2x4 and it's gonna go on the top plate over here and it's gonna go straight across all the way to the top plate way over there. And that 2x4 is going to be bolted down through this top plate on both sides. So really strong. It's gonna be like, yeah, just a, that way you can like grab this 2x4 and lift up on it and it'll lift the wall up both sides. Then I'm gonna take the linear actuators and put them under that 2x4, one in each corner. And when I press that button, it's gonna push up in that 2x4 and lift both the top plates up and lift the wall up. And I'm doing that up here, I'm doing that up there. So that's how we're lifting it. I don't have anything else in me tonight, any more work in me. Tomorrow, I'm going to tie these rafters down, do the cross plates, and then use those actuators to get this lifted up because this is getting spray foamed on Wednesday. I have to do that and I have to put the plywood sheeting on, but I've got that cut already. It's ready to go. Successful day. Good day. Anyway, glad to be home. I think I'm about to go to bed, get some sleep. So I will see you guys in the morning. Over and out. Good morning, world. Guess what it is? A new day. Already had my coffee. I've got someone that is coming to spray foam the interior for my installation. It's the same thing I did with the truck house. I had it spray foamed. The equipment you need, it's not really something you can do on your own without having really expensive equipment. Spray foaming is it's not difficult, but yeah, you need specialty equipment and it's not cheap to do it, but it's definitely the right way to do it, especially in Arctic climates, cold climates. Keeps all the drafts out, keeps it super cozy inside. And you don't even need thick insulation. It just traps the air in, which is nice. Anyway, that has proven to work awesome in the truck house, all the way down to negative 85 degrees Fahrenheit wind chill, or negative 60 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's kept me cozy, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this camper, especially since this camper, the Tiny Home on Skis, is going to be going crazier places than the truck house even goes. I need to make sure it's safe and will provide a survival shelter, and I'm gonna do that by spray foaming it. So, short story long, we're gonna go downstairs and I need to get the linear actuators working enough to where to lift the camper up so it can be spray foamed. That's the big goal today. So we're gonna go to the post office first, get some mail, and then get at it. Lovely day out. Man, this winter, I tell you, this has been hands down the worst winter we've had since I moved up here in 2002, like 22 years ago, 24 or 3 years ago. River's running, literally running. I could go whitewater kayaking right now. I've actually had friends whitewater kayaking in January in Alaska. It's insane. Anyway, it's snowing up high, but hopefully it'll just start turning into winter down here. It's colder in Georgia than it is here right now. In town. Look at all this stuff. Good Lord. Okay. Filming and driving, driving and filming. Oh good. Speak of the devil. Tell you one thing, a Tiny Home on Skis is a lot easier to build than that freaking thing was. All right, let's get after it. Back in action. Here we go. Another day. All right, guys, so I showed you the linear actuator last night and how that works, how that's gonna lift the cabin up and down. I have 2 of them coming to me in the mail, so I only have 2 here, so I can't put them in all 4 corners. But I need to get this thing resurrected now for the spray foam to be done tomorrow. This is the lower wall, so that can be spray foamed, and the roof can be spray foamed once I put the sheeting on. But the upper wall can't be spray foamed. It's like behind the lower wall, so it needs to slide up. So I need to lift this right now. In order to do that, I'm gonna run those two 2x4s across the top plates and bolt those down. And then we're gonna hook up the actuators and see if we can just kind of lift it temporarily. The tricky part is I only have 2 actuators, so I'm gonna have to find what I feel like is the balance point of the upper wall, the teeter-totter, and try to lift it that way. So 2 actuators will be like kind of right in the middle of the whole upper wall and hopefully be able to lift it, and then I'll block it off down there to stabilize it. Okay, my friends, come inside the doghouse. Literally kind of a doghouse. So let's make some room. Yeah. So if I didn't make a pop top, I'm not even on my knees right now and my head's hitting the roof. We're gonna take a 2x4, run it across, and we're gonna screw it down. And I'm gonna put the jacks up under this. I have 2 of them, one there, fire them up, and it should lift the whole roof system up. So we're gonna do that right now, make sure this crap works. All right, and here we freaking go. Am I nervous? Of course I am. Are you kidding me? I'm definitely gonna stay low. Like none of this is gonna crush me as long as I just like, when I'm lifting it, I'm just gonna stay kneeled. Obviously not stand up in case the board like breaks free or something like that. But I think we should be good. You guys ready? I'm a little bit nervous here. That's plumb and plumb. So we're safe there. Hopefully this one fits in. I have to lower this to fit in. So to lower this thing, like I was saying, I hook it up to this battery here. I'm gonna suck it in as much as it'll go. Should be a limiter when it reaches the end. Well, that's it, yeah, as low as it goes, okay. You guys ready? It's actually a really big moment here. I'll use the little cubic mini wood stove to hold the battery on. Okay. Oh God, here we go. So what happens if it's not teeter-tottered perfectly? It'll lift one side more than the other and the tracks will bind. So it'll only lift up like an inch or two and like it'll catch. So I've got to find the balance point. So I might have to keep remounting this board, but hopefully I'm just close enough to make it work. I don't know which way is up or down with this yet. That's up. Now the tricky part is I gotta do this at the same time. So I think what I'm gonna do, make sure they feel about the same. Yep. I think I'm gonna like try to like combine them, like just twist the wires together. With your fire at the same time. This would be a good test because I'm gonna have to figure out how to wire all these together. So red on negative, black on positive. Moment of truth. That board might not even hold, like I don't know. It's going up. It's going up. It's just what it is. You're hearing that sticking in the tracks. The tracks are like kind of sticking and catching because it's not balanced correctly, but the tracks are kind of guiding it up anyway. So hopefully we can just get it up. I'm gonna block it into place so it can't fall. And then while it's up, I'll get, we'll just leave it up the rest of the time or we're working on it until I get all the jacks installed and blah, blah, blah. This is so crazy. This is just with 2 actuators. The other 2 are in the mail, but 2 are enough to lift it. This is really scary. Oh my God. What? I'm scared to go much higher. I mean, not really. I have to. We're gonna keep going. I mean, it's already like significantly taller. How is this stuff looking? I'm just like, I can't believe I guessed where the balance point was, or close to it. Still staying low just in case. There's a lot of weight in these jacks and they're just like, they're not tied into the floor at all. What? Yes. I'm gonna hit the roof soon. Pretty crazy, but I think I'm gonna hit the garage roof if I go any taller. I can actually bring it all the way up, which could be interesting, but super nuts. All right, guys, so I just realized that if I put the garage door down, then all of a sudden I just gained enough space to lift this all the way up, I believe. So we're gonna finish lifting it up. I need to do that so it can be spray foamed, those inside walls. So I think it's perfectly balanced. I think I guessed correctly. So pretty freaking stable, man. So ease it up. Should about be all the way up pretty soon. That's it. It's as tall as they go. They'll go taller because I haven't mounted everything yet, but I can totally stand up in here. Look at that. Full height. It's like 6'5" inside. So rad. Look at this. Totally can stand up in the house. I've got like over half a foot above my head and it's not even all the way up. Windows are right there. We can cut those out. Can spray foam down in the sides now. You can tell there's just a little bit of an air gap, but all I'm gonna do is put once the wall's in, there's gonna be a garage door strip right here, rubber strip, garage door seal. That's gonna seal the wall all the way around. There's the track system right there. So cool. This is so nice. It's like roomy in here. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Wow. Looks insane out here. You guys want to see how tall it looks? Look at that thing. If I didn't make it, like if I wanted to be 6 feet tall inside, you can see how tall and narrow it would have been. It would have been super top heavy. It's ready to be spray foamed tomorrow now. So what I'm going to do is go around to be safe, and you can see the bottom plate of the top wall. We're going to put blocks in just to hold it in place. That way it won't move. You can come in and spray foam it. Then I'll drop it back down and we'll finish the top. That's the plan. Let's get those blocks on right now. Okay, y'all, so actually I forgot. I'm not gonna be able to, I just can't get a ladder in here to get up there and do the sheeting and stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lower it, make sure to lower, and then I'll do the sheeting, and then we're gonna lift it back up. And that way you can spray foam tomorrow, and then we'll chalk it off, so. Doing good, nothing's binding yet. It's a little bit off. I can tell the right side needs to go down a little bit, like this, one of those linear actuators is initiated like a little earlier than the other one. Oop. Oh, like that. Like this one just fell. It's all the weights. What the crap? You know what? All right, she's back down. It's so funny. You know what was causing that problem the whole time? This piece of plywood right here was like leaning against it. So when their roof, and when the upper wall went past it, it fell all the way under and it shocked it off. So like when I was lowering it, it was literally sitting on the plywood roofing. Anyway, so now it's low enough where I can reach the whole roof. It's all the way settled, all the way shrunk. So let's get the roofing on and raise it back up, block it off, and it'll be ready for spray foam in the morning. Okay, so before we do the sheeting, I forgot, I picked up all my angle brackets, which are gonna help hold the rafters into place to beef everything up. So I'm doing that all the way down on both sides of it. There we go, nice and solid. Once I get all these on, we'll put the plywood on the roof, and then we'll raise it back up. Just these alone were $1 each, and I had to get 40 of them, so there's 40 bucks just in this. So when people say they build all these like tiny homes for like $1,000 and stuff, I'm like, bro, absolutely no way. There's no way. Basically, if I bought 20 boxes of these brackets, like one box is $40. So if I bought like about 20, but I mean more, but 20 boxes times 40 would be like 800 bucks. So my $1,000 for the whole camper would be gone. Anyway, bad analogy. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Of course, you're gonna see some left-hand drilling. This is gonna be awkward. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna keep on rocking all the way down. Be back with you guys when we're done. Okay, we are locked down. All these rafters are tied in on both sides with the angle iron, like rock solid. It's not going anywhere. So our roof is good, so it can withstand high winds. Being towed behind a snow machine 60 miles an hour. Pulled behind my truck down the highway. Pulled behind the car. I don't have to worry about the roof flying now. So anyhow, it's time to put plywood sheathing on. This is it. This might get in the way. Looks like it might get in the way. Maybe it won't though. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see. Either way, let's throw a sheet up. And off we go. Nice. Ah, the board. Son of a mother. I'm gonna have to cut this board. Really ghetto. I got this, this is sent to me off on Amazon, some company, Chinese company, Power Smart sent it to me. It's like a gift to try out, but it's kind of scary. Maybe this will work. Seems terrifying. Have to get the Sawzall. Oh, yep. Yeah, let's get the Sawzall. This is sketchy. This is too sketchy. I don't like it. There we go. That's what we need. Ah. Okay. Glad that didn't blow the window out. That was close. Okay, that's fun. I'm so glad that didn't slide and blow the window out. Oh my goodness, yeah. Whew. Ladder stopped it. All right, y'all ready? Let's throw some plywood on. Damaged the corner of this plywood a little bit when it fell, but it's gonna have a great size water shield over it. Anyway, so do. It's lined up really well. Rock around to this side. It's so crazy we get a roof. It's like really starting to look like a cabin. All dark in there now. So we're gonna get this side now. Sweet. Just like that, we got ourselves a roof. That literally looks like a cabin now. Look how dark it is. So cool. The last thing I have to do, as you guys notice, you can come in here and spray foam basically everything now, but I have to do one more thing. See all those little vent holes up top? In my truck house, I did not vent the roof. It's a cold roof, they call it. And I didn't do that because I'm gonna be driving around down the road and I don't want water blowing into any kind of holes in the roof. So you can't vent it. You have to just totally seal it up and just keep your windows open for ventilation. So what I'm gonna do here, as you notice, all my soffits right here, they're open. So I'm gonna roll the rubber, it's basically Grace Ice and Water Shield. So it's like this rubber roofing material that's sticky. I'm gonna roll that all the way over the roof, let it hang off the edge, and go over the rafters and tuck back under and on the wall right there. And then I'm gonna press it to the wall with a board, a trim board. That's what I did in the truck house and it is totally waterproof. It works awesome. So we're gonna do that. And I also have to do that because when he spray foams, he's gonna spray foam the roof and the walls and the spray foam is gonna come all out of this if I don't give it something to adhere to. It'll just come out of this cavity and there'll be no insulation. So we're gonna do that right now and then we're gonna be ready to rock. This is the stuff I was talking about. This is like the rubber roofing material. It's called Grace Ice and Water Shield. A roll of this stuff is $200. So once again, when people say they build a camper for $1,000 or $2,000, ain't gonna be that quality. If you wanna do it right, it's the stuff you want. It's actually is what you use in a house, legit stuff. That's what it is. It's got a sticky backside with the paper peeling. We're gonna throw this up in that plywood. This is gonna completely waterproof the roof. I don't even need metal roofing. I could just use this. Metal roofing just protects this, but this is what truly waterproofs your roof. So we're gonna roll this up and over and under, like down the fascia board area and under, and and then down on the wall. So almost like mushrooming the whole roof with that. So that's what's up. Let's do it. There you go. And you can see I've got all this excess, so it's gonna tuck up under here and under the rafter and down the wall. And then we'll put trim over that and cut off the excess. So that'll kind of mushroom cap the top, make it waterproof. So now we're gonna do a layer just like this on the other side. And then we're gonna do one more final layer over the 2 layers. And it's gonna be like our center cap. It'll be centered on the ridge up there and overlap this probably halfway down or so. And then that'll give us our waterproof roof. Bam, and then we're gonna put metal roofing on top of this. All right, you guys ready for the fun one? Ooh, is that enough? Barely. Oh, nice. Nice. There it is, we got a waterproof roof. So last thing I gotta do is tuck all this up under and screw it into place, and then we'll be set. All right, y'all, Grace Ice and Water Shield is done. Pretty stoked on that. So now our next move is to do the fascia board, which is gonna hold, it's gonna hold all this Grace Ice and Water up against, up against the rafters right there. And then I'm gonna put that fascia board on there and it's gonna seal it. Sometimes those box stores or any store will just like staple a bunch of price tags or flagging, and it's up to you to get all the staples and crap like that out of there. It's probably gonna be too long, but I'm just gonna come back and cut it right at the end. So I'm gonna go up under. It's gonna lock that Grace Ice and Water Shield to the rafters like that. It's gonna feel this out here. Where is it? Right there. Right there. Okay. So they're good. Okay. There you have it. Yes. Pretty rad. So that just really waterproofs that. And now the spray foam can hit this outer area and have somewhere to fill. And now you just take this and put it against your, I'm gonna tuck it up against your siding like that. And I'm gonna lay a piece of trim over right there to hold that against the wall. And then the spray foam has a place to catch. So there you go. Get in there. You should really wear gloves with this crap too, it's pretty nasty. If you've never worked with it. Not the cleanest stuff. Okay, that's enough where you can at least spill the spray foam. And I'll carve wherever it squirts out anywhere else. So let's lift this up. Okay, they're maxed out as tall as they go. I'm gonna block all this off right where it's at. Just keep it from physically falling. If those 2 jacks slip out for any reason, we'll spray them tomorrow. Okay, sweet, there we go. You cannot collapse, it's all held up, so there you have it. Looks crazy when it's extended all the way up. It's like the wind might flip it or something. Look how insane it looks. Full on porch, I can stand up on the porch. I can walk in the door, just barely duck my head. Full height inside, 7 feet tall. Pretty cool. Can't open my garage now though. All right, y'all, I think that's enough for tonight. I'm kind of shaky and beat. A spray foamer tomorrow. That is the plan. Pretty cool.